So, Fat Man.
Where the hell did that fat blue-haired guy come from?
The Bloom. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the newest member of the wrestling show, the Blue Meanie, is here. At least once during WrestleMania week, I'm busting that out.
Of course. Of course.
Trafficking.
Truffle shuffle.
Yeah. So Fat Man, what do you want to talk about?
Fat Cody Rhodes.
Let's talk some wrestling, I guess. Sure, why not? That's what they showed the boot, right? Eh?
Well, we could talk about that and more on the wrestling show. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy.
This is a fat me.
And welcome, everyone, to a wonderful episode. Today, as I've said before, we have the Blue Meanie here. Brandon Dietz is with us today.
What's up, y'all? Lost a bet. Had to dye my hair.
You didn't lose a bet. You honored the bet.
I honored a bet, yes.
I'm glad to see Brandon can talk this week because his knee's not hurting as much.
It's that rehabilitation. That rehab, see?
Gotta love the rehab.
He couldn't talk last week because his knee hurt.
Yeah, my knee is still killing me, too. So,
Thank
No
you for
super
powering
fixer.
through your knee pain to talk with us this week.
oh, I totally am.
He just doesn't want to run, knee strikes
What is
on
mouth?
the show.
This
What
man's
is
fucking
mouth?
easy.
On
And
his
I
nose?
had to bring it up because the day I had surgery, I was on this show. So, whatever.
Because he's got to pull that fucking
I
card.
gotta put
every
myself
fucking
over.
moment.
I gotta
Shocker.
put myself over.
Shocker. Fat Man putting himself over. Guess who doesn't put himself over? The proud papa, Ryan Williams, who was here with us today.
Hey, yo, and I can't believe you'd lauded a multitude of fans like I don't.
I was just going to say.
Right. I was waiting for you to clear that
I'll put
up.
myself over tons of shit, and I'll also put everybody else over on stuff too. Like that's why I wanted to put Deeds over right away. He didn't lose a bet. He honored his bet.
Vengeance
Cough.
Day.
Let's talk about the best NXT show of the year.
I wonder why. Wait a second. Is it?
There's
I guess
no
like
other-
you- I was
there's
just
no
saying,
other
like
premium
you
live
watched-
event for NXT.
I was just saying, like you watched the weeklies. Come on.
Well, I was going to say, wasn't New Year's Evil
Regular
something
TV
that
show.
happened?
It's a TV show.
Okay. I don't know. I don't watch the product.
You never watched the product. Yo, dog, did you watch the pre-show?
No.
I mean, either.
There was
Yo,
a pre-show?
dog. Yo, dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
I do.
Dusty Rose Tag Team Classic Final. Carmelo Hayes and Trook Williams versus the Wolf Dogs. 14 minutes, 27 seconds. John Cannon gave us 3 3/4. Ryan, you're the tag team wrestling enthusiast.
First off, the Wolf Dogs, I need more of that on my TV. They have this unexplainable, awkward chemistry with each other that just fucking exudes and like more and more. And I was going back and forth on who I thought was going to win with doing scorecard. By the way, fuck Al Barrett because he won. But yeah, I was
Fuck
going
that asshole.
Fuck that fucking
Dude, he wins
fucker.
a lot.
I was going through the school trying to pick back and forth, and they were saying Breaker was going up on SmackDown, so I wasn't sure how it was going to go. But then I watched the match, and it didn't matter who won because that match was fucking fantastic, and it still had enough to lead into the main event storyline wise. I thought it was a great fucking opener, and the right guys won.
Yeah, Rat Kid died.
How do you not put over the Wolf Dogs?
3 1/4. It was a good match. Some botches in there, like Braun Breaker trying to kill himself on a rope.
And then saved himself and still made him eat shit.
Yes.
Right?
Like to
That thing's
finish.
going places. He's got it.
Like to finish where Mello took the spear and saved Trick, so he wouldn't be hurt going into the title match. Liked it. Yep. But yeah, it was a good match. 3 1/4. Dietz, who's looking off, doing something.
He's keeps
All right,
laughing.
my wife and child just came home. So,
Congratulations for them coming home.
yeah, they're messing with me right now. Fellas, got to admit, didn't see it.
Wow.
I didn't tune in until Ryan actually started chirping.
Ha!
As soon as
Well
Ryan
done.
said something, he's like, "Hey, this has actually been pretty good." And I was just like, "Uh-oh, I completely
What?
forgot."
I forgot about it too. Until
fair-
someone said something. I thought it was Saturday originally.
Same here. I was
And
like,
then-
what?
And then I completely forgot doing boyfriend duties. And then I'm all like, Ryan said something, I'm like, shit, I forgot. So I had to watch it Monday.
No,
Do
I
it
joined
Hockey
in
style so you
I
can
joined
both
in,
watch NXT files.
right at the end of Dijak going over.
So you missed the first 2 matches.
Yeah.
Okay. Sleazy.
Boyfriend duties, huh?
It's called fucking. Ryan got him mostly correct.
Wow.
Go to bed.
10.
Go to bed.
And
I thought
Ryan
you
went
were
bye-bye. And Ryan's back bye-bye.
Hot tag.
Yeah, right in there. Hot tag right back in there. 3.5 stars. Thought it was a great opener. Here's the thing. The match itself, I liked. The concept of the Dusty Rhodes finals was kind of strange because you have 2 teams that were basically breaking up here. If they're not
No, you're not watching the weeklies. You can't say that.
really.
Corbin and Breaker are not breaking up. Every week they get a little bit better and a little bit closer, like the odd parent or the odd couple team does, like every other time. So, sir, yes, if you watch the fucking weeklies, you'd understand. Since you don't, what's that? I had something. Oh, you step on the Lego.
Which brand is Braun signing to again?
Brown hasn't made a decision yet, and it's not like them not to jump back and forth.
I don't think. Here's the thing. I don't think. I would love Baron to jump with him. I don't think they're going to do it. Because I think he's going to be the reason why Gunther loses the IC belt.
Jay Uso?
No.
Jey Uso?
I don't know
Oh,
anything
wait,
about
right?
that. I don't watch the product either.
So I'd rip my hair out if I had any.
Right?
I just shaved before when we went on air.
No,
I don't
match,
watch the product,
match was
but
great.
I'm going to talk about it like I do.
Little messy.
Hey, this is
Whatever.
what we do. Huh? We're gonna
Right?
No, that's what you fuckheads do. I dedicate my shit to watch the product.
I read it. I watch the recaps. That's it. That's all I got.
Better than most.
Fair, very fair. I don't generically bitch about something I don't watch at all, like a lot of people do. Like how everyone and their brother all of a sudden has an opinion about Stardom. Go fuck yourselves. Yeah, spoiler. We'll save that for later.
And I still don't have an opinion on it. So eat a dick.
Right? You're right. You're one of the few people that keeps it to themselves.
Stardom, that's
but-
where them Japanese women come that kills the American women, right?
No, that's GCW.
Stardom, the porn that Sleazy watches every week, right?
Also, yes.
Is
Potentially.
that the Fed with
Allegedly.
What do you mean allegedly?
Allegedly jerk
10
off.
years of this, you're going to allegedly say you watch Asian porn? Go to fuck.
Yeah.
Choke on that
Legend.
water. You octopus loving fuck. hentai my ass. What
He
the
likes
hell?
he likes the calamari. That's all he.
Hentai? I've never even heard of her.
Noah's qualification match: Dijak versus Joe Gacy. 11 minutes 56 seconds. Kent gave this 3 1/4. Sleazy, you're a Joe Gacy mark.
Yes, I am. And
Don't shit on it. Don't do it.
I'm not
Don't
going to
shit
shit
on
on it.
Don't shit on it.
But
Don't do it.
But wow,
Is this
It was
one for the
sloppy.
Gacy?
it was sloppy. The reality is it was sloppy. There was multiple times in the match that were kind of messy. When they do the spot where Dijak lands on the table, he almost misses it. He's 9 feet tall and damn near misses the fucking table. There's a couple of different places where it's like Dijak missed the trash can spot too. It's like, I love Joe Gacy. I really do. His character work, absolutely flawless. I don't know what's going on here. Is it just that him and Dijak just don't mesh well? I thought it was okay. It was an okay match for a house show.
Me and Ryan both had the same reaction. We went, huh?
what are you? Fucking
Okay.
shit?
I'm gonna pull a
a
sleazy.
banger.
I'm gonna pull a sleazy. Did you watch the same match that I watched? This was fantastic. I
don't
hope
think
you
so,
step
Tim.
on a Lego.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say,
hope
the
you
only
eat a
reason why-
bunch of dicks. 4 stars. Fuck you.
Wait a second. You're a fucking mark only because they used Legos in the match.
They did not use Legos. There
There were Legos in that pile.
They used plastic toy soldiers. So you're
No,
wrong
there
again.
were soldiers. There was
You
cars,
did not watch
there
the
was all
product.
sorts of shit in there,
It was
There's
a
all
milk
sorts of
crate
shit in there.
full of whatever toys they could find in the locker room. I think
which included Legos.
he started with the toy soldiers, and I went, "That's gonna hurt." And then he dumped everything. I was like, "Ooh, cars!" And
Like
Legos.
the red, yeah, the little
Fucking
Matchbox
Hot
cars was going to be
cars and Legos and soldiers. Oh my!
And then of course he fucking misses. So whatever.
Mother, fuck you. You
Probably the same for
Furry
both.
piece
To
of
be
shit.
honest, like
It's fine.
underrated piece
I
of shit.
understand.
Oh, what
You're
did Heavy
underrated.
G? Heavy G sent you your shit, right?
Oh, I completely apologize. I have it up, and I probably didn't
it's
look
Thank
at
you
it.
for
almost
the
like your
first
name's in the fucking title of this show.
What's that?
Well, you're dropping the ball, but your name's in the title of the show. I don't understand.
I know. It's my fault.
Sleazy
I'm sorry.
pulling a sleazy? No.
I do apologize.
I
Dusty
used
Rhodes
to
Tag
play
Team
Sleazy,
Classic
that was my
Final.
old life.
So as you can see, Heavy G is not with us yet. He will be on later.
That's why the room felt lighter.
Well done.
Wow.
He gave it 3
Tight.
stars. Likes were great intensity of the match, great storytelling about the NXT title with Carmelo sacrificing himself, and of course, Right Kid died. Dislikes, Braun nearly decapitating himself, Williams' sell of the knee injury, and a horrible neckbreaker spot.
It was bad. But
But yeah, for this match, holy shit, am I the only one that?
yes,
liked this
because
match?
you're
I guess
fucking
so.
dumb.
4 1/4 he gave it. Loved all the spots on Gacy. He loves the fact that Gacy is kind of like this Wyatt Foley combo type of character. We kind of talked about this a little bit. Bray Wyatt as in like Swamp Bray Wyatt. The only dislike is that the wrong kid died.
No.
No.
Just because Joe Gacy's better when he loses because he's gone fucking crazy. And like, I'll always put Joe Gacy with Eddie Kingston in the Unwanted in Evolve. Because that stable was fucking great in the run. And they're big blow-off. Right in that big blow-off match they had with ACH and the other flippy fucking monkey at the show on the network.
Floppy ankles?
Yes. No, ACH. Yes, it was Floppy Ankles. Yeah.
It was AR Fox, yeah.
Yeah.
Well
Well,
done,
like-
sir.
He's been a favorite of mine, and as he's been coming up, they should go back to doing the Wyatt Swamp gimmick with him, but just don't give him the supernatural because Gacy will talk to you and you will fucking right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cult leader. Yep.
When he talks, you listen. And he's just got that fucking.
The theme song is great too. It's lovely.
He's just got it.
Who the fuck was the leader in Waco?
Waco.
John Wayne Murdoch.
Cult leader, Waco, Texas.
It's a joke.
What, David Duke or something? Whatever.
No, David Duke's the fucking KKK.
Whatever.
God damn,
I don't
guys.
remember. I don't
With the
remember.
name in one of the 63 pages of Vince McMahon's defamation.
Correct. Yo, dog, I heard you like intergender tag team matches.
This was awesome.
Yes. I was fucking hyped.
The
I-
Family
put your
versus
facts on
OTM, 10 minutes, 11 seconds. John Kane gave this the Mike Sanders. Ryan.
Underrated piece of shit. This match was fucking amazing and had no right to be as good as it was. The crowd for this whole show I found was really into matches all night and giving the responses. This was one of the matches that I really noticed the crowd was like, okay, you know who your fucking NXT guys are. Right? Like, these are people that follow the product, that pop, and it's not just your main roster WWE crowd that are just think they're smart or your AEW fans that absolutely think they're smart. Right? Like, the NXT crowd gives the love to the people, and this match proved, man, they could have did no wrong, and I'm glad the family won because I'm a big fucking mark for the family, but had OTM won, I would have been okay with it because they are fucking killing it.
Deets, we haven't heard from you.
He took the words right out my damn mouth. Like, it was perfect. Pacing, timing, little flubs in like the beginning, but overcame. Told a fucking good story. And the crowd. Holy fuck. We haven't heard an NXT crowd like that in a hot minute.
They were
That's where I
hot
was just like,
all night.
okay, let's fucking go. That's where I fucking started really getting hyped on. And it was just that. And it just kept getting better.
All right, Sleazy.
Sleazy hated it because it was a multi-man match.
Actually,
It's a
I actually
trios
agree-
match.
it's a trios match for one, so that means I like it. No, I thought it was really good. The
2 stars.
only thing, yeah, 2 stars. No, I gave it 3.5. The thing is that some of the women's spots were not the greatest, but it was fine for what it was. And like I said, or like you guys said, the fucking crowd was hot and everybody loved this. They could just shat in the ring and they would have shared it because you're absolutely right. This harkened back to an earlier time of NXT where it was like, if you didn't watch the product, you didn't know who anyone was in the ring, but everybody knew because they watched it and loved every single bit of storytelling. And
So Sleazy was not in the crowd. Good.
so that's why I was not in the crowd. I will give Heavy G's opinion of this. And spoiler, the thing you thought I was going to say, he did say. 2.5 stars. Okay, match for a house show. His only likes that is the right kid died. He didn't like the fact that the women's spots were bad. And there were lots of helping, not crispy scripts on the roster. I don't know what he means by that.
Script. Reggie.
Reggie. Okay.
His name is
But
Script
yeah.
now, God damn it.
Yeah.
3 stars. Good match. Right kids died. I mean that. Really.
I'm giving the shout out to the cannonball spot.
Yeah.
Oh, did
yeah,
you see
yeah.
when what's her face from the family? Can't remember her
Rizzo.
name. Of them. That was stiff. Nailed
Kick her in the face.
face right in the guy.
Right in the fucking face.
And she's like, oh.
Good thing you got to do 2 more of these so I can sell.
Loved it.
NXT Women's Championship. Lyra Valkyria defends against Roxanne Perez.
Oh, wait.
There's more, which turned into a triple threat match halfway through with Lola Vice. 13 minutes and 30 seconds. John Kane gave this only 3.25. Sleazy, you love triple threat matches and women's wrestling enthusiasts.
And dumb idiots that cash in contracts for no reason?
Hey, we're
What
for
was
Seth
that?
Rollins.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, at
Is
the
that
the
percent
largest. So here's the thing: the difference between that and this is that happened in the main event of WrestleMania. So even if he loses the cash in, he can still say he main evented WrestleMania. She was halfway through a random NXT show. You know, first of all, the match was okay before it became a triple threat match, and I think it got worse.
Of course you did.
Shocker, right? Of course, right?
Just give me your
look,
just give me your star rating because I'm going to speak now. What was your star rating?
1.5.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Okay, 1, the match was good before the triple threat match started, and then it got way fucking better. Fuck you for that. 4 stars, you underrated piece of
You
fucking
overrated
shit.
piece of shit. You're out of your fucking mind.
You
You're out of your
underrated
goddamn
piece of
mind.
shit.
What match were you watching here?
A match you clearly didn't.
Out of your goddamn mind.
Just
Out of
because
your mind.
the premise of her cashing was stupid doesn't mean they made her look like fucking gold.
Gold.
No,
Gold.
they didn't.
Gold.
Just because she
gold.
lost, they made her look like fucking gold. And it furthered the storyline where Roxanne Perez did not lose, so she still has not lost an NXT title match.
Batman, I think you're speaking too much logic for him. You need to slow
I'm sorry.
it
I'm
down.
sorry, my bad. I'm
Slow
sorry.
it way down.
I apologize.
Big booty lady, contract, no work, still 4 stars. Yeah, no, fuck you. I had to watch this twice because I'm messing around with the baby and doing stuff upstairs with the wife and shit like that. And I come downstairs and Michaela's with me. I stop and I stare at the TV and I go, "What the fuck is she doing there?" Talking about Lola voice. Michaela's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "I'm gonna wait for a second." That bitch just came out of and we're supposed to go for a smoke. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Oh." She's like, "You don't want to smoke?" I was like, "No," because like this is fuck.
You
Like
got-
it was, and when I rewatched it back after waiting for that spot, I was watching. I was like, okay, like Roxanne Perez, live out great. Again, women dressing so smaller, so I'm not expecting much, but the crowd is there enough as it is. And then Lola Voice comes out the place, goes nuts, and I go, oh shit, this got real. Because my mindset is president on cash in during a match, you're winning that belt.
Mm-hmm. Fucking great. It was great. Sleazy's a fucking what Deets, come on. Don't do it,
Gentlemen.
Deets.
It was great.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Like
Fuck you guys.
you're feeding everything, and it made Vice look amazing. You don't even need to keep continuing rocket strapping Roxanne Perez because she's just pulling out banger after banger right now. So
She Sheamus.
yeah, I'm great.
Oh, she Sheamus?
She Sheamus.
She Sheamus.
Why did she Sheamus? Sure.
She Sheamus, sure. All right, what did Heavy
Holy
G?
shit.
What did Heavy G?
Wow.
What did Heavy G say?
Heavy G was closer to me than you guys. 2 stars. He didn't really like anything. The only thing that was okay was the fact that the right kid died. A lot of helping, not Chris. Wasted the cash in. It just was a mess.
What the hell was he watching?
I think that
The match I was watching,
I
apparently.
think that was just Sleazy just making up stuff for MBG. That's the only thing.
Right? Yeah.
Fun.
NXT North American Championship. Oba Femi defends against Dragon Lee. 10 minutes and 56 seconds. Kent gave this the Mike Sanders. I also gave it the Mike Sanders. It was above average, but the ending was really cool. Femi is, for only being, 10 matches in or something? Fucking
Ridiculous, right?
yeah. So good.
Really good big dude.
Yeah.
I'd put dollars to donuts or Samoan in him somewhere.
Gotta be. Right?
Gotta
Fucking
be a better name.
fantastic.
Okay.
His mom.
I will go with Deets because I'm going to look that up.
You're gonna look up if he's Samoan.
I am Deets.
No, crazy. Both of the guys were able to shine. Just that dude's a freak of fucking nature. Like, it's ridiculous. Dude, we could be possibly looking at a big time player really, really soon, as long as he can learn how to damn talk. But yeah,
He is from Nigeria. No Samoan.
No Samoan, but goddamn.
No Samoan.
Obafemi is only the second person to successfully cash in the breakout tournament contract. The other three people that are not named Carmelo Hayes, because he's the other one that successfully cashed in, are Jordan Miles, ACH, Lola Voice, and Roxanne Perez.
Yep.
That was another match that was better than I expected because the big guy, little guy dynamic, I thought it was just going to be ridiculous. Like, it should have been a murder, but it was just a murder enough for Obi to look good and Dragon Lee not to look like shit.
It was just a murder enough for like Dragon Lee looked like he was, not.
Was
that
there not
bad.
a time at one point did you believe Dragon Lee could win? And you've been watching Dragon Lee a lot longer than most people in WWE because you watch the Indies.
No, Oba, I keep calling him Obi. I don't know why. But Oba,
You're going to have some stupid racist nickname for him soon. Don't worry. He's going to be around a while.
he didn't look lost. He kept up with Dragon Lee. Like, he was there every step. He was in his spots where he needed to be. Sleazy.
Bare necessity.
I don't know what the fuck match you guys were watching,
Here we go.
but I thought this was absolutely fucking awesome. I thought it was the perfect trope for the two of them. Oba, 3 years from now, will be challenging one of the two top titles.
What are the three top titles?
I get the joke.
There is
I
still
get it.
three. There is
I
still
get it.
three.
By the time he gets to challenge one of the two of them, there'll only be
Roman
two.
has 6 titles. What are you talking about? Acknowledge him.
He's going down to NXT and starting to add to the collection.
Fuck that. They do this storyline in one of the WWE wrestling games that Sheamus, William Regal, Barrett, and somebody else, all the European people are coming together and they win all the belts. And then they have this big match at WrestleMania for every single title. Like your whole, that's what I want now. I want Roman to bring back the Divas title. I want the light heavyweight title to come back, and it's just a Roman heavyweight title. Like,
This is Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle all over
Bill
again.
Collector, fuck you, Ultimo Dragon.
Yeah, right? No, Oba is a star in the making. And frankly speaking, he doesn't need to talk. There are so many people that can talk for him. They're on the roster already. There are people... I was going to go with Apollo Crews, too. I mean, just...
Apollo!
The thing is that he is what Aziz isn't.
A worker?
A worker. He actually can work. And putting him up against Dragon Lee in that spot where there's really no technical chance that Dragon's going to win here. But goddamn, they made them both look great. 4 stars.
What did he get?
3 stars. Right Kid died. Intelligence of Lee shown. Oba looking like a menace. His main dislike is that David Goliath story is kind of overused in wrestling. It's an overused trope.
I just figured it out. You know how you're friends with somebody because they're friends with somebody? I don't hate Rush as much since I found out Dragon Lee's his brother.
Aha!
Because I really like Dragon Lee.
Isn't there a third brother too?
Jalistico. Or
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Because he used to be Dragon. Yeah, search up that family fuck up tree.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, he used to be Dragon Lee, and then he gave it up for his younger brother, who took
Dragon Lee.
it, and then
One of
who's
them
now
was a
Dragon Lee.
in Mexico. One of them was a Mystico.
Yeah, one of them was a Mystico at one point.
Yeah, they all flip around.
Yeah.
That's the Samoans were confusing.
Right?
A lot of incest in that family. NXT Championship, Ilya Dragunov versus
Really?
Trick Williams. Oh, Dietz, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
I forgot you were there.
You forgot the Blue Meanie was on our show? How fucking dare you?
Yeah, because no one
Ignore
watches.
me.
He's our guest, you motherfucker.
No one
Yeah, he
watches.
only shows up when if it's not a draft and he's here, it's a special episode, dickhead.
Yeah, so I don't.
He's not used to you being here, is what he's trying to say.
Correct. Go ahead, talk about it today.
I'm good.
Talk about it.
Oh, no, Chip, don't get sooky.
I'm not kidding. I'm actually really good. You're good.
Don't sell your entire promotion and leave professional wrestling and have rando fucking Facebook statuses about how wrestling's treated you terribly over the last 10 years.
NXT Championship, Ilya Dragunov defends against Trick Williams, 17 minutes, 58 seconds. Can't give this 4 stars. Okay, I will not forget you. Ryan, go ahead.
Ron Kid died. I'm starting off right there. Because I'm watching the match. The fucking Carmelo spot happens into the stairs. I'm like, because the first thing, because again, wrestler, I watched it for a long time, was he went into him a lot too easy. Like, he pushed him a little bit. And then Carmelo Hayes went full Ric Flair into your knee. And I was like, that was aggressive. I don't think Ilya Dragunov is that strong.
Thank you.
They go do the spot. He hits the first H-bomb. And he goes second row, hits the second H-bomb. And when Trick Williams kicked out there, I would have bet my house Trick Williams was winning that belt. Mm-hmm. That crowd, and that's what solidified the crowd on life for me. That crowd, when Trick Williams kicks out the first time, is fucking white hot. They wanted him to win that belt, and they should have pulled the trigger. Carmelo could have attacked him after it and set up for stand and deliver. But now the two of them got to fight a stand and deliver without a belt. I think it's bullshit. I think that was your money fucking feud going into stand and deliver.
Deets.
Copy that. It was fucking. Everything was perfect about everything. The double H-bomb kick out. Finally the knee hit. It was crazy. The turn. Overall, one of the great. Yeah, way to set it off. Way to end it. Like it's.
Okay, I don't know if he's done yet.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay,
I'm done.
I gave it 4.25. Great match. Again, copy paste.
But like, between the four of us, like, unless Sleazy, since he's online, just wants to be a dickhead and he watched a completely different NXT show, like he has the rest of the fucking review here. Like,
actually, that's not quite true, but it's not quite true. It is more true than it usually is.
Just during a couple matches, he was watching a different show.
But like how Royal Rumble will set up the road to WrestleMania for us and really kick us off for us. This thing as a whole, even the turn at the end of this match, this whole show kicked us off for Stand and Deliver in a way that we've never been kicked off for Stand and Deliver for NXT before to be as hyped as a show as what is normally promoted.
So, before Sleazy does his review, I have a question for you, Ryan. You said there's bullshit of this. Does it need the? I think this is closing the show, but it doesn't need the title.
If it's closing the show, it does, because that should be Trick Williams coming over.
It should be his. Yeah, it should be his time to shine.
He becomes like his first main defense could have been against Carmelo.
This is kind of like Gargano Ciampa light to me. Not in a bad way. I'm not saying that to be derogatory, but it's kind of like that.
If anything, you should have called it Ciampa Gargano Dark, not light.
Oh, dude, I'm.
God damn it!
Fuck you.
How
It's
dare
funny and factual. I don't know what the problem is here.
Oh God. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. Like they were main eventing takeovers and weren't for the title. So I get what you're saying, and I think I agree
One,
with you, but I don't think it needs the title.
the matches, as far as I can remember, that they main evented were especially matches that weren't normally around. Like there was no disqualification. Johnny Gargano winning his job back, and the third one was for the NXT title. Hayes Williams is not at the level yet that they could have done their rematch without a belt to main event a premium live event for NXT, but stand and deliver. And again, I could be wrong. I just feel like it should have been for the main title.
I think the way that it ended, I thought Hayes was going to screw him out of the title, but he technically really didn't. Dragunov kind of won clean. So
No, the knee.
True.
Because even for the tag match in the beginning, when he wasn't selling it that much, after he eats that knee, he has one rush of adrenaline, but he even goes to run to hit the knee and collapses. And Carmelo not being speedboated into his fucking knee by like little old Leonov going, meh. Like, it was, fuck that. As soon as he hit him, I was like, no way. He didn't even hit him with the trajectory to go down that way. And I believe The Undertaker's an undead wizard. And I think that's fucking real. Ilya Dragunov's not that strong. I don't give a fuck.
All right, Sleazy.
The entire point of Ilya Dragunov's character is that he can't be beat because he doesn't die, not because he's overly strong.
That's Joe.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Jack.
But
that was Keith Lee. Like, fuck.
It was.
NXT. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. God, those days.
They go to the main roster and they got to do 30 minutes with Dana Brooke in their opening. Sorry, Oscar.
It's so true.
Hey.
You're not wrong.
Or on NXT that mostly doesn't go to the main roster right away. They can build the aura back up. Asuka's a prime example. Bray Wyatt is another example.
Mm-hmm.
But if they were smart about it. Now we have a whole different regime. The Rock and Triple H are running things now. For all intents and purposes. So anybody coming up from NXT might get the proper treatment. Adam Rose was a fucking bombshell down in NXT. And then he went to the main roster. And it was shit. Because of the crowd, they weren't into it as much, and there's not that energy to it. Again, it brings me back to the energy at Stand and Deliver. If Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams was for the NXT title in the main event, after slow building this, at that point it'll be a 6-month slow build of who attacked them to the reveal it that way.
And me and Sleazy will be at Stand and Deliver, so we're going to be the ones purposely not cheering.
A load of shit.
Us jaded fucks that we are.
229 people are going mad. Two bitter Muppet-looking fucks in the balcony aren't saying a word.
Hey, how do you know I put my hand up Sleazy's ass and make him talk?
If you did that, then I'd have better ratings. Let me quickly go through Heavy G's because I think it's interesting. He gave it 4.5 stars.
What was missing, you typer fuck?
Doesn't have that,
so I got to say typer.
Right? Technically he does have that. Likes Right Kid Died. Trick using the H-bomb was cool. Trick kicking out of the H-bomb was cool. Great use of false finishes. Fantastic storytelling through entirety of the match. Dislikes mellow into Trick's knee spot. Was and telegraphing.
We picked this guy to be on the podcast.
What's that?
I said we picked this guy to be on the podcast, and this is the shit he's getting on with over text.
Right? And telegraphing the Melo heel turn was kind of a little bit of an off-put. I agree with all of you guys. I mean, this was fucking phenomenal. And to touch upon the title thing, I 100% believe that it needs the title. Because it would be a coronation moment for Trick. And what a better place to do it than at Stand and Deliver. You can have multiple matches after that, but this match was made for WrestleMania weekend. And it's literally happening 5 hours before the main event of WrestleMania. Well, yeah, a little bit.
Night one.
Yeah.
No, I agree with all of you. I'm just trying to.
11:30 Eastern time. NXT is on that Saturday.
So it'll be like, okay, 8 hours.
But I agree with all of you. I'm just trying to rationalize their thinking that maybe it doesn't need the title.
Well,
I think it. I agree with you. I think
time too. Dragunov could drop it too.
But why not drop it here?
Like,
We'll drop it to Melo, though.
Unless you do a 3-way at Stand and Deliver, who does Dragunov fight?
And who does he fight?
That's
Dodjak?
I thought we've already seen that before.
That'd be a bomb ass
Yeah,
fucking
but
match.
we saw Trick Williams and Ilya before. We saw
Yeah.
Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes a bunch of Ilya and Carmelo Hayes a bunch of times. They run them back 2 or 3 times because the premium live events are so far apart. It's not like when most people got mad over John Cena versus Randy Orton all the time. No matter how good those matches were, they just trained their mind to think they got sick of seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
We have not
I'd agree
yet
with that.
Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams once.
No.
And we're 6 months into this development storyline of who attacked Trick Williams. Not even anything before that for their build-up and their friendship and all that stuff coming up. Trick Williams was around when Carmelo Hayes cashed in the breakout challenge and won the NXT title off Swerve Strickland.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
See what I mean? Like, they've been connected for a long time. That title, and I get what Fatman's saying, and any other weekend but Stand and Deliver, absolutely, sure, do it without the belt. Stand and Deliver weekend, unless you're doing a triple threat.
There
They
really
should've-
is nobody. That's the thing. You're right about that, because you look at the current roster of NXT, there's nobody.
You took 2 of your main eventers and just put them in the tag team and won the Dusty
The
Cup.
other thing, they teased somebody new.
They did.
Japanese proverb.
Yeah.
It's not Okada. Fuck off.
You can't say that.
I can say I just did.
No, you can guess it and you can think you're 99% right, but we've learned so much in wrestling. I'll just go back to a couple of weeks ago, the Netflix deal. We don't know nothing anymore. Everybody we like to think we know stuff. We can make educated guesses, but we don't know anymore. And that's the world we live in. Wrestling, we are in the best boom period we've ever been in.
Preach.
The 80s and go to fuck. The Attitude Era, for as many people were watching on television, it's surpassed now with streaming and all that noise that around it. We're only 4 years into this decade, and I think this is one of the best decades of wrestling we've ever had. And that's counting COVID being the first 2 years of this decade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all because of fans brought back the presence. Especially in a
we
good
had
wrestling
something
crowd like we
taken
saw
from
on this PLE. It's awesome to see that again.
Sleazy, what did you rate the match?
Oh, 4.5. What was it missing?
Overall thoughts on the show?
Fantastic. Best NXT premium live event I've seen in a while. And I know we're only 5 weeks into the year, but Ilya Dragunov and fucking Trick Williams is an early match of the year candidate for the amount of matches that we've seen.
Fair.
Great show. Okay, let's get into the news and rumors.
We're going to start small and get in deep, or we're going to shit all over the place.
Ha
Ooh.
ha! Let's talk Rock Roman. I didn't watch SmackDown. I was.
Yeah.
I was actually in bed because I was.
So he's
Sick.
sleeping well.
Oh, jeez.
Man,
Brad.
you can sleep orgasm. That's fucking fantastic.
Sleazy,
You don't got to wake up.
she don't gotta wake up.
If you don't gotta wake up, that's a good day.
Hey, I'm a dad. I know where mom's sex.
All right,
comes
hold on.
from.
Let me take this bottle of Rufalin away here. Hold on.
God damn it. He's getting the Vince McMahon special out.
I am. So Rock returned on SmackDown, and Cody pretty much said, I'm going to face Roman, but not at Mania. And we don't know when, we don't know where, but something's going to happen.
Might still be at Mania.
This might still be a Mania. Rock coming back and pretty much challenging. They're having a press conference this Thursday in Vegas, which is really
2 days
weird.
ago. Two days ago for our listeners on Saturday.
Which is weird because that's when the Super Bowl is. So actually, it's not weird. It's actually great.
Yeah, why the fuck is that weird? I would do that.
I'm just surprised they booked a building that weekend. That's my thing. They booked T-Mobile Arena, which is normally where like the NFL would do like their fan crap. Is that like a big arena? But
yes,
not
but
at
you're
T-Mobile.
looking at they're going to fill that because they're not charging anybody to show up.
No, they're not.
So they're going to fill that with people just in town for other nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
No, and I get the thing. I'm just surprised they were able to book that arena that weekend, week. But maybe they didn't officially announce the match there, which is probably going to happen. What are your guys' thoughts? Where does this leave Cody? I have a thought that when this whole Vince McMahon crap came down, and you know what? Sleazy, the conspiracy theorist, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but I think they, like Ryan said before we went on the air, say it, Ryan. What have we not heard about?
Oh, the Vince McMahon shit. We've heard nothing about the Vince McMahon shit online, on dirt sheets, on Reddit. Everybody shut the fuck up the second they hinted. And they didn't even confirm it. They hinted at the Rock and Roman and Rock taking Cody's spot. It happens in the real world that something big happens, then something else big happens, and then, it disappears and you completely forget about it. Everybody's being fucking worked here in some way, shape, or form, and it's fucking brilliant.
Right. And this is where I lean into, they 100% did that on purpose. And I think they fast-tracked Roman and Rock to Mania. Because I don't think that was going to happen at Mania. I honestly don't. It's happening now, but I don't think it was going to happen. And here comes Sleazy with, as always...
#conspiracy.
No.
Dude, it was always the plan.
Thank you.
To have Cody versus Roman. And here's the thing. I believe the plan right now is to do Cody versus Roman with Rock as a special guest referee. And the reason why I say that is that what is a better way to fucking destroy Roman than to have his own flesh and blood count the 3? Perfect way to coronate Cody. He finishes the story. You've got Roman pissed that his own flesh and blood fucked him, which starts the Rock Roman for SummerSlam. I think that's the way they are going. I think they teased all of this happening because, god damn it, Triple H knows his fucking audience and knows how to fucking spin shit. Because anybody who's got even a modicum of smartness remembers what happened at WrestleMania 30 and the lead up to that.
At the Alamo?
At the Alamo! Hickenbottom! Levesque! The Alamo! High noon! I just love doing that. Thank you for...
What the fuck?
You're welcome. Any reference I can get to the Voodoo Kin Mafia, I love it. Okay,
right? Especially now, right? But I absolutely believe that the only reason why they did this, well, there's the main reason and then the added benefit. The main reason was they wanted The Rock at WrestleMania. The added benefit is it shut fucking people up about Vince McMahon.
So we play the journalistic skills here now, because I don't know how much Fat Man got up, so I'll throw in my 2 cents on what I'd like, because I read the dirt sheets a lot. Good, bad, and different. I like it because it gives different avenues. Apparently, It was wrote into the contract when The Rock signed with the TKO group to be on the board of directors of the WrestleMania match with Roman.
I don't buy that. Only
It's a
I
listen,
read it. I read it. I don't buy it. Why would it be in the contract? He's running part of the company. Why would he need that in his contract? I don't. That's the only part I don't understand. Like,
conspiracy theory answer. They knew the Vince McMahon shit. And The Rock knew he could ask whatever he wants, and now he's about to put his cousin over or have his cousin put him over because I bet you neither one of them gives a fuck who wins.
right.
Because all of that, like I said, you look at the time frame when it was WWE's going to Netflix. Hey, look, The Rock's on the board. Hey, Vince McMahon shit on somebody, gave him a bunch of free gifts, and now they're calling it sex tracking because he stopped paying his NDA because she was an idiot and apparently released something. Hey, look, The Rock's wrestling Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Wait, what happened here with the shit stuff? Like, everybody's still talking about WWE and Netflix. Like, but Vince shitting on that missus. Guess what? Nobody cares. The Tate brothers, I understand that that's controversial people to talk about, but they talk about all the gifts just in 2019 alone that Vince McMahon sent this lady. And it's like millions of dollars of stuff that she accepted and kept. But The Rock's fighting Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, so let's talk about that.
Yay!
Holy shit. Like, this is exactly what it is. You find out all this depraved, gross, fucking shit, and then you all find out The Rock's wrestling Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and nobody cares.
Old school Paul Heyman, hide the negatives, accentuate the positives.
The Rock has been in 3 legend versus icon matches, and he's been the legend in 2 of them. Once he fights Roman Reigns. Because at 18, he fought Hogan. At 28, he should have fought Reigns at 38.
38?
Right.
Because
it would have been 18, 28, and 38.
Yeah, it's like...
But 29 was twice in a lifetime.
Listen, for everybody that shits on that tagline, and you knew you wanted to do Rock and Cena 2 years in a row, but The Rock's a fucking movie star. You couldn't guarantee it. They've been trying for Rock Roman Reigns for 3 years. I have no issue with once in a lifetime because the second time they fought, you didn't need to say once in a lifetime or twice in a lifetime. It was for the fucking WWE Championship. That was all the tagline it needed.
I would agree with that.
Again,
got my ass there.
I just don't buy that would be in his contract. Like,
right, we were talking about that, weren't we?
Right. Like, I can see that being discussed and being like, hey, what if we do this to get the publicity? I don't think it's in his contract that he's wrestling. That's my thing. Like, contractually obligated, made it. I just don't buy that. Like,
I like to play the devil's advocate side on this fight just because, as a wrestling mentality, and that man growing up and wrestling his family, contractual obligations are important. Why wouldn't you get that put in? Because any movie he films, guys, I can't break this contract. This, if it's true, I won't say yes or no. If it's true, it was a brilliant move on The Rock because it guarantees time off for the WrestleMania match because you can't break the contract stipulations.
that I agree with.
Yeah.
Just to say I'm putting it in there just to put it in there is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the Screen Actors Guild stuff. When they went on strike, we had Rock and Cena come back. And Cena was back for a while. And then the strike lifted and Cena went. But now we're getting Rock. And then he's tangled off. And it's like, the flow of it makes sense in my mind. I get the questioning because it seems sketchy. But we're talking about professional wrestling.
It's always sketchy.
Yeah.
You know what? If Vince just had to keep paying the NDA, none of this would have happened.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that.
As shitty as that is to say.
Trifle's gonna trifle.
There's another piece of information that came out too. Sleazy, what are
A
your
or
thoughts?
B? Hey, A or B? Roman Rock or Roman Rock Cody? Not what you want. What do you think will happen?
I don't think they're going to do it. I don't
Roman
think
Rock
they're
Cody.
Of the two that you've given me, Roman Rock. I don't think they'll do a triple threat.
See,
It has to be all three.
if I didn't read dirt sheets, I would say Roman Rock. But reading the dirt sheets on how, again, journalistic integrity, and if the dirt sheets are true, this has been the plan since Crown Jewel because this gets Cody over more as a babyface. It's fucking brilliant because it's working ridiculously good.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was
Bryan 2.0.
That's what it was. It was the We Want Cody hashtags and the
Rock
getting booed.
Bryan.
The Rock.
Go ahead. Cody Rhodes is more over now than Daniel Bryan was when he won the title.
There's some bullshit though that happened with that. The Rock's daughter actually left fucking X
because she got death threats. She did. It had nothing to do with her.
Nothing to do with it. It was fucking
the most
terrible.
toxic fan base in the world. Professional wrestling.
They fucking give K-pop fucking stands a run for their goddamn money.
What do you do?
Christ.
Blame the 22-year-old wannabe GM. Has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, whatever. It's so dumb. But no, like how Cody's getting more over, which he is.
For as over as he is, it's funny that he's now getting more over.
Right. Like the crowd at SmackDown popped huge for they said this is awesome before they just look at each other. And then the next day at the show they show a video of it and they're booing. Like it's weird.
Question. As I always like to point this out, especially when it comes to crowds, where was the house show?
St. Louis.
Was it a heavy mark town, St. Louis?
St. Louis.
That's a heavy mark town.
It is.
That's a big mark, heavy mark town. You go to like Des Moines, Iowa, you're not going to get Rocky Sox chants.
Oh yeah.
You go to the smart mark towns, the AEW towns, I'll call them to make it easier for the generalization of getting your fans and getting your draws. They're going to chant what they want.
So you're Chicagoians?
Yeah. Funny enough, in all of these places, they booed the shit out of Cody Rhodes when he was in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
They are cheering the fuck out of Cody Rhodes in WWE. A bottle of water is 10 cents in a vending machine, $8 on an airplane. All depends on where you're to, really, and where your value is.
That's a huge point there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something to be said about all of this is that they're doing a great job of adding value to Cody Rhodes here. And that just goes all the way back to my very first opinion about this. This was always the plan. You don't think that, Triple H and or The Rock are 10 steps ahead of everybody else when it comes to this shit? Come on, guys. Think about it for like 5 seconds. Listen to fucking Dave Meltzer and et al. Talk about how, we don't know what's going on, but we know what's going on. It is the perfect swirling pot of shit over this past weekend. So much so that I didn't even bother reading a half of it. Because it got worse and worse as things happened. They're like, oh yeah, it was never the plan that Cody Rhodes was ever going to win anything, and blah 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 blah, and it was all because Vince McMahon liked to shit on women, and blah blah blah. blah. It's like, God damn it, guys.
Well, according to Meltzer, that was always the plan. And
according to who?
Fuck
Dave Meltzer.
Thank you.
That was always the plan until the plans changed, and it was never the plan.
Right, and that's exactly what happened here.
Yeah.
It's just fucking ridiculous.
Look at it. I'll comment. Look at this guy. Comments on his fucking gimmick Facebook. Won't watch us on his real Facebook.
Here's another thing. As much as, quote, Rocky getting booed and, quote,
die, Rocky die. It's 1997 all over again. Let's go.
Right?
Here's the thing. People are going to watch, see what happens next.
Absolutely.
So that's another thing, too. They're going to gain viewers on this shit. Yeah, the Rock Roman video, I guess, was the most liked WWE video.
Disliked.
I'm sorry. Disliked video.
Listen, statistical-wise, That is a very fucking big statistic when you think about the amount of shit WWE has on YouTube. That's the most disliked video ever.
I believe an unknown person that used to run WCW once said, "Controversy creates cash."
Thank you, Uncle Eric.
You know,
Really?
it doesn't matter
Like,
what
how
the
did Vince
response
create
is.
Controversy. I don't think that created any cash for Vince.
But
No, because he's gone. Because fuck him.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar
no.
erased from the cover of the WWE game. Like,
That's
don't tell me controversy creates cash. I mean, I create
So
cash
here-
for somebody else.
I'm still convinced that wasn't Brock Lesnar. I'm convinced it was Matt Riddle only because he re-signed his deal in 2021.
Oh my god, because he is a floor. What if Riddle wasn't already gone from the company? How much do you want to bet he would have been the scapegoat for that?
100%. 100% would have been.
That or they're trying to re-talk Ken Shamrock to coming back. And they're going to throw Shamrock under the bus. Dan
Yes.
Severn returned. Sorry.
Funny enough, there was rumors
He's
before
Blackman.
all this happened that Ken Shamrock was going to come back for the Hall of Fame.
I fucking love it.
No one's talking about that right now.
fuck Kenny Slamcock.
Actually, I would have popped for Ken Shamrock to come out in the Rumble. His last going off fighting with Sami Callihan and teaming him at Impact was great stuff.
Yeah, it was. One last thing I want to talk about before we kind of put this piece to bed is we talked about this off air. How much are WrestleMania tickets going for after this whole thing?
Oh my god, I never even thought of that.
I didn't even bother checking.
Yes. So obviously Fatman and I have been very carefully watching the WrestleMania tickets because we haven't bought any, even though we are planning on going, maybe, if they come down. Currently, as of the last time we talked about WrestleMania tickets, they were what, $700 for the 2-day pass?
Mm-hmm.
Cheapest was $700.
Cheapest was,
was
like
like-
5 from the top of the fucking rim of Lincoln Financial Field.
So last Wednesday was the last time I looked before the Rock news broke. The seats we were looking at were $1,400 for a 2-day pass. These are the seats we were looking at because it's an outdoor stadium. You have the canopy, so you have a lot of obstructed seats. So we want to be able to look straight ahead on.
Mm-hmm.
Those seats have sold.
At $1,400.
Yes. The cheapest ticket is a corner seat, which is an obstructed view seat, $790.
Holy shit.
This is on Game Time, by the way.
I understand, but like to me, kind of shitty, but like just watch the fucking screen for the most part. You're still there for the atmosphere.
I will tell you that after WrestleMania 29, where we were basically in the fucking nosebleeds, I was like, we're not doing this again. So we put some serious money down for when we went to New Orleans and still got fucked anyway. I have a hard time spending $1,000 to sit in a crowd and watch a TV. Because that's $790, but that's $790 plus the ridiculous Ticketmaster charges, or the ridiculous Game Time charges, or the ridiculous fucking extra fees that you're talking about.
Services of assholes.
So StubHub is a little better. They're about $220 per night.
That's still pretty ridiculous when you're talking all the way at the top.
And it is all the way at the top in a corner obstructed seat.
So I don't know what we're going to do at this
There's
point.
legit only 3 tickets, 3 sets of 3 tickets remaining for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
On StubHub for night 1.
Because that's when the real matches are coming down.
Where are they to again?
What's that?
What was the stadium again?
Lincoln
It's
Financial Field.
Yeah.
How many people that fit?
Field. I don't know how much. Unless it fits.
Link
77.
is
Go to Wikipedia.
60
about
something?
5,500.
No, it's more than that.
No, it's not that big.
Lincoln Financial Field guarantee was 65 plus.
Capacity is 67,594. It says on Wikipedia. Now, is that including if WWE ran a show there, or is that the
No,
capacity?
that's football.
No, that's just
Football.
That's just football.
So add another, what, 5,000?
30,000?
Well,
I wanna
for
say
floor
30.
seats?
Floor probably another 10.
Would it be about 10 more? I would think 5 because of all
Five.
the extra
Yeah,
production
yeah.
stuff on the
5.
stage.
Yep, 5 sounds about right.
Well, don't worry. They'll claim it's 80,000 no matter what anyone says.
85.
I was just going to say-
295.
Well, Meltzer will say that there's only about 20,000 people there.
As long as Bailey doesn't get a tattoo stating 81,000.
Fucking Osprey.
Speaking of funny shit, I have to show this off.
Yes.
Fucking
God,
phenomenal.
That almost made my Reddit comment / quote of the week was almost this, but I found a better picture.
The difference is WWE is actually selling that shirt right now on WWEshop.com. You can actually get that specific shirt.
That might be a purchase.
It might actually be a purchase for me as well.
Free shipping over $24.
Yeah, because it's WWE 2K24.
I wonder what the deal is in Canada.
Hey, if you use code TWS24 tonight only,
Nothing
you
will
won't get
happen.
anything. But,
Bastards.
you know what? Maybe I'll do something. You never know.
Sleazy.
Yes.
So we're playing Uno. I play a card. Admit you got worked or draw 25 death threats to Dwayne Rock Johnson's daughter.
Reddit quote of the day? I'll take it. Anything else we want to touch on before we continue on?
On SeatGeek, the same tickets we were looking at, $1,580.
That's a kick in the dick there, gents.
Yes, it is.
Like, full on, like, shin to scrote.
Like follows up the inside thigh.
Little cat, because I always like going into personally go to Wikipedia, search.
Or you can go on the other side of the stadium and it's $1,000.
Yeah,
Only a grand.
Only a grand.
That's not bad. But I like to go on Wikipedia and search in 2024 in pro wrestling, so it gives you feds, events, everything coming up in a nice little organized thing. I just wanted to bring it up. On the 11th will be Will Ospreay's and Okada's final matches in New Japan at the New Beginning in Osaka. So in less than a week, the two of those men are going to be gone. Okada's stuff has been removed from Pro Wrestling Tees for now. The speculation started that he's going to NXT because of that. I get like it went back up again because if he was going to AEW, you wouldn't have removed Okada's stuff off PWTs.
That's not true. Because technically speaking, the Pro Wrestling Tees connection is with New Japan. It's not with Okada themselves. So as soon as New Japan severs the contract, they no longer can sell it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Which, fine, whatever. But that's why that's the case. Because that's why it happened February 1st. Technically speaking, Okada is without a contract right now. He's working New Beginning. He's working the final dates. But he doesn't have a contract now. He's on a per appearance right now.
It's a good yawn, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Fuck this asshole.
Wow.
I guess GCW is coming to my neck of the woods. Sleazy, which venue are they going to?
Water Street.
Super weird.
Yes. Very weird.
Well, because
it's a
they
concert
can't
venue.
they can't do the Main Street Armory because
They like keeping people inside and locking doors.
when there's gunfire.
Minor issue.
What the fuck?
Minor
It's
issue.
fine. Don't worry about it. It's Rochester.
Yeah, fucking going gangster to the core.
Dude, Water Street, it's a super weird. It'll be a super weird. You can only fit about like 75 people in that place for a wrestling show, maybe 100. Like, it's really weird the
And
way
they're
they set
fucking
it
gonna
up.
cram that building to about 2,000-3,000.
No way.
Nope.
No way.
Nope. You legally speaking, you wouldn't be able to do that.
So they have a stage, like an actual stage. It's a concert venue. Water Street Music Hall. It's an actual stage, and then literally you can probably fit about 15 rows of people. That's it. You're not putting a ring on the stage. That's gonna be the entrance ramp. You got to put a stage right in the middle. Oh, by the way, there's poles for support beams. Then maybe you could put and the dressing room would have to be upstairs because that's where the dressing room is upstairs. So you can maybe put another 25, 50 people on the balcony. But, dude, you're only going to be able to fit like 75, 100 people in that place. It's small.
So one of the reasons why, so for people who don't realize this, and I actually didn't realize this till quite a few years later, Brett's originally from Rochester. He moved to Philly. I don't remember when, but he was originally from Rochester. That's why he ran Atlantic City for such a long time, because it's a great place to do it and no athletic condition. And just in general, it was a cool place. Going back to Rochester for him is a homecoming. And I guarantee you there's going to be a ton of people that want to be on that show that won't be. That may or may not, live there. Which is going to be fucking hilarious.
I am debating about going.
Well, here's the thing. One of the things that I want to throw out there, it's March 24th, I believe it was, right? Mm-hmm. I would like to give tickets away. So...
Oh. Michael Elgin retired?
He did?
Fuck him.
I mean...
Fuck, whatever. But seriously, though, because I'm just scrolling through that fucking page, and I come down to retirements, and February 5th, Michael Elgin retired. So I questioned it. We're going to hate on everybody that's got something said against him in wrestling. Half the fucking people we talk about are gone.
Yeah, but we hated him before it was cool. Okay? To be fair. He was a piece of shit to us way before that.
Multiple times.
Multiple times, yes. I've shared locker rooms with him. He's been a piece of shit then, and he's been a piece of shit anytime I've ever talked to him, personally.
Fair enough.
So God damn it.
Today, Junior?
I want to do tickets. We will figure out how we want to give them away when it comes closer to the actual show. Spoiler. I'll just
Keep
leave it
your eyes peeled for an event would have been a better thing to say.
Fuck you. I don't fucking promote shit.
He doesn't. He's terrible.
Look at this show.
He sucks. That was pretty much it. Like, there's some little tiny... Oh, Jim Ross had 2 surgeries in 4 days. He had, I think, his skin cancer came back on his hip, and then he had a surgery Thursday, and he had another one yesterday.
Fuck you, Al Bears.
That too.
No, he sent me a snap. He sent me a Snapchat, a picture, a screenshot. He goes, the PWS Scorecards official Twitter.
Acknowledge him again.
Al for winning. So it was fuck you, Al. See? And I know he appreciates this on air.
Right?
Stop giving that guy free press. He's got to pay for it.
Okay, no, I'll give him all free press. He's a solid hand.
But he's not Mark Henry and Mae Young's son, so he is not.
Same color, though.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That hand should have been darker. I don't give a fuck. Hand it's cut. I know how genetics work. That hand should have been mocha.
Just for black girls, the brown girls, the cafe au lait. All right.
See?
Sleazy plugs.
No. We got one thing to talk about.
Ryan, put yourself over.
The fuck out of here.
Deeds, put yourself over. What are we gonna talk about?
One of the biggest important news of
Yeah. Some Asians. Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
You fucking asshole.
No one cares. Okay, bye. Okay,
Oh, right, we're talking about Stardom.
No,
Fuck.
seriously, go.
Fuck him.
Yo, get out of here.
I was just gonna leave. I'll go to bed. I don't care.
No, in all seriousness, Bushiroad surprisingly canceled Rossi Ogawa's contract. And it was literally the night after, or the night of their last show in Japan. This is huge news.
Okay, so explain who was.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Like, be a good Kevin Kelly here now and explain to the masses what the fuck you're talking about.
First of all, I don't really talk about QAnon all that much, but I can if you'd like. Who Rossi is basically the founder of Stardom. And he was an on-screen character. Also, he was legit one of the main people, the president of Stardom. The reason why that matters at all is because in 2019, Rossi sold Stardom to New Japan Pro Wrestling, aka Bushiroad. So they became like a joint promotion. Rossi had a contract with Bushiroad to continue on for 5 years after that. And it was supposed to be the end of February is when that contract was supposed to be up. Strangely enough, they decided, you know what? Fuck you, you're out now. And the rumored reason...
5 years.
What's that?
2019 to 2024 is 5 years.
Yes, but he was done at the end of the month.
Oh, okay.
They chose to cut him off 3 weeks early. The reason why they chose to cut him off 3 weeks early, rumored, is that he's poaching talent, he's starting a new promotion behind their backs. There's a little bit of truth to that, okay? Let's be perfectly frank here. He's been planning this since November. He's been saying this behind the scenes since November. So, yes, he was planning on starting a new promotion. The thing was that he wasn't planning on poaching talent. People were just going to go work for him because they didn't want to work for Bushiroad because Bushiroad has treated the promotion pretty terribly, honestly. One of the more recent things was when they didn't promote a Stardom show and they had 140 people in a huge fucking arena. That happened last year. That was a big deal. One of the other things that kind of came out of all this is Tony Khan got on his fucking alleged coke and went to fucking town. Like, hardcore.
He went in on him.
Yeah.
Like
because
he fucked him over on something.
Yeah, and the rumor of that is that he wanted Chris Statlander to go over to Stardom and work a couple of shows, and Rossi didn't want that because it was going to look like, you know, the big motherfucker was going to come down and fuck around in their pond. Rossi's been very, very protective of the staff, the roster, and the show as a whole. So this is not a surprise. But here's the other bit of this. Everybody on that roster loves Rossi. Everybody on that roster would absolutely leave Stardom tomorrow. The only thing that's not going to happen, that won't happen that way, is because they have contracts with Bushiroad right now. That's it. They would all mass exodus and leave and go with him. To the point where Julia... Yeah, go ahead.
I guess that's the name I was about to butcher because I was going to call her Galia. I read that she's not coming to WWE yet to help Buddy start this Fed up, and then when that's on the go, then she's going to WWE.
Yes, that's the rumor. And that's kind of interesting because there's another name that got thrown around because of this. The reason why Kairi Sane is back in WWE is because Rossi was leaving Stardom.
Now,
And because the Kyrie respected him so much that was the sole reason why she stayed as long as she did in this arena. WWE apparently had been making calls to try and get her back earlier and earlier, and she was waiting to see if Rossi would re-sign with Bushiroad or not. And when Rossi said no, he's not, he's going to bounce in November, that's why you saw Kyrie coming back. It's amazing how many fucking dominoes fell in this particular circumstance that people don't even realize happened. People who watch WWE just went, oh, Kyrie's back, cool. They didn't realize any of this was happening. They hear, oh, there's some woman coming to WWE that's from Japan somewhere. Something?
Gyla.
Guile or something. She's from like Stardom or something, some Japanese promotion.
Julia.
Right. Well, that's the thing, is that all these fucking dominoes fell apart. And this is a huge explosion. This is, I dare say, if you're really watching this, from a Stardom fandom side, this is a big fucking deal. This is like, oh, I don't know, Vince McMahon leaving and starting his own new promotion. Or Tony Khan deciding that AEW is not good enough and he's just going to run off with Ring of Honor hand in hand and coke on the table.
Obscure reference is when Macho Man's dad started ICW.
They're perfect example of that. Another example, Paul Heyman leaving and going to Raw. Now, obviously, there's a reasoning behind that he claims to this day.
But that's not the same. Heyman wasn't running the new Fed.
Yeah.
True, but he was leaving what he put together to go someplace else. And that's kind of the point here. Is while Stardom wasn't the same company when he started it, and Oscar would happily tell you that, Rossi was the one that made that company into a purchasable entity that Bushiroad wanted. And to have him leave something like that is just, it's shocking. A lot of people are going to be really concerned about where the roster is going to go from here. And most importantly, now that we got fucking tickets to Stardom when they come to Philadelphia, we won't even know what the roster is going to look like in April.
I was literally just
whatever is on AEW in Japanese, I guess.
That might be the case.
Actually, I do have one more thing to touch on before we go. It's really quick, and if I have not seen this online yet, so I'm hoping to manifest it in the year. Mick Foley's talking about wanting to have a death match for his 60th birthday as his one last match, and Cardona's been running his mouth. I pray to God that's where it's going.
God.
Because we haven't said enough this episode, I just want to do one last bit about Stardom.
Buck Dave.
Thank you. According to
Fuck Dave Meltzer.
Normally I'm out on this end of it. It's weird.
Right? That's why I wanted to do it. According to Dave Meltzer, this thing's been brewing for months. Rossi Ogawa founded Stardom 13 years ago, and 5 years ago, in 2019, he basically wanted to sell and stay in charge and wanted a bigger company to help grow it. WWE wanted to buy it, and Bushiroad wanted to buy it, and of course he sold to Bushiroad. According to Meltzer, a sale to WWE would have reflected poorly on Stardom, and selling to Bushiroad, the owner of New Japan, made sense. The company invested a lot of time and money into Stardom, and things were going well until the COVID-19 pandemic and major effect on business. Meltzer said that talent employees didn't see significant pay increases, which led to discontent, and Ogawa was not satisfied with his position in the company. When it came to booking decisions, Bushiroad wanted to book really wacky stuff. Wow, that is a Meltzerism I ever heard one. And Okada didn't want to book really wacky stuff. They were overruling his booking. All these wheels were in motion a long, long time ago. He was going to go, and he'd given his notice.
But if he gave his notice, how did he get fired?
You can't fire me, I quit. I don't know.
You can't quit, you're fired.
Right?
You're not my buddy, pal.
You're not my pal, guy.
You're not my guy, buddy.
Deeds, put yourself on.
Catch me on the X at Legendary Deets. Appreciate y'all's time and patience.
Let him rest and recover before you tweet at him.
Yes.
He
He can't type because of his knee.
Thank
Ryan,
you. Hey, Deeds, fuck them guys. Thank you for powering through.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna go
Deets.
put on ice pants now.
I love you. I do
know.
love you.
I know.
Ryan, put yourself over.
Ryan Buckotch, Reddit and Twitter.
I'm at TWS Sleazy.
TWS-Fatman.
We are SleazyFatman on X, Instagram, Threads, TikTok. Please go on over there and give us a like. Videos you can find on twitch.tv/SleazyFatman, youtube.com/SleazyFatman, premium videos on onlyfans.com/TheWrestlingShow. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite platform. Click that notification icon on YouTube. You can find all sorts of content on TheWrestlingShow.com, including articles, merch, and a bunch of other cool stuff. You can get this podcast every Saturday morning wherever you get your podcasts, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, and Podbean. Don't hesitate to write us on your favorite platform and click automatic downloads. It really does help us out. So with a thanks to Deets, a thanks to Ryan, who's still here somehow, a thanks to Heavy G, even though he didn't make it on the show tonight, but he did give his predictions. And as always, for Sleazy.
For the Fat Man.
This is The Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
Fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Tony Khan's alleged coke habit. A hot dog's on a sandwich, a sub is on a sandwich, a burger is a sandwich. We're going to talk more wrestling next week, but I don't know what we're doing. Because I forgot.
I think we're drafting? I don't know. I don't know anymore.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain of the game. The blood shed in your name. When there's nothing to gain.